Look, you already know what it is, man. It's Flight Sports. I got to discuss something involving Lamelo Ball, NB1, the one of one. Listen, shout out to his teammate Seth Curry. Seth, man, brother of Steph Curry. We all know Wardell Curry, to be exact. He came out with some emphatic statements. He was on Austin Rivers, pardon me, I was about to say Austin Reeves, Austin Rivers podcast, the Off Guard. I was very enthusiastic at what I heard, because he said a lot of great statements, referring to LaMelo Ball, basically letting it be known that LaMelo Ball is in the same. I don't even want to misquote what he said, but he said, and people are saying this is a bold claim. He said this, basically, he's putting him on the same level as Anthony Edwards. You understand? Because you got to understand, you can't put him on that level because I believe he's higher. But at the end of the day, I understand what he's trying to say. He's letting it be known that he's right in the same level. This the way you guys are praising this one, praising that one. You even could throw Tyrese in there, but to keep it on the situation with Edwards, let me tell you what he said. He says if you put the right team around LaMelo, he could be the best player on a great team. He said that Ball, he says that he's not that far. It's health and personnel. He said you put Rudy, Cat, and that team around not the same people, but the type of quality team around Lamelo. And then even Rivers agreed. He says, "I'm agreeing with you. I'm not saying it's a Lamelo thing. I'm just saying for whatever reason, the injuries and the personnel, we have not seen the jump that Anthony Edwards has." So we all know what's going on. Obviously, the injuries just happened. Obviously, it's been tough, but he's going to be able to shake through that. We've seen star players go through ankle situations and figure it out. And I firmly believe that LaMelo is going to be able to figure it out. It's like I said, LaMelo has played well against Edwards. He's won that battle. He's played well against Tyrese. He's won that battle. But and it's kind of crazy that Seth Curry said all of this because while I was sitting back watching the whole entire postseason, y'all, I was just completely disgusted. You understand? Because the only thing I could think about was LaMelo Ball. You understand? It was very troubling to me that all these guys was getting praised. You got this guy getting compared to this dude one day, the next day he getting compared to this guy. I just was getting to the point where I was getting sick. You understand? And um, I know the kind of player LaMelo Ball is. I know the level that he could take it to, but it's been unfortunate that we haven't got that opportunity for whatever reason, and we know the reasons, but it's only a matter of time. I believe that Charles Lee, he's been tasked with the crazy job of trying to get the Charlotte Hornets back competitive again, which I do believe that is going to happen. I believe that LaMelo Ball and the Hornets are going to possibly reach, where they need to get to. I'm really excited for Charles Lee because I think he's doing everything correctly. He's the head coach just coming off of a championship with the Boston Celtics, basically the lead to Missoula. You understand? Now he's coming in saying, I'm not just going to just send one of my constituents out there to coach the summer league and all this, that. No, I'm going to go out there. So you got Charles Lee coaching from all levels of the foundation. He's going to be coaching players that may not even make the team. So whoever they draft is going to get things instilled by the head coach. That's who you talk. It's not the G League coach or whatever. So this is a different change already. What is taking place? The man comes from a winning environment. I expect him to bring some of these winning qualities to the Charlotte Hornets. This is a new regime. Now they got all of the pieces in place, new ownership. You understand? They got a new president in there. They got a new coach. Let these guys work through the foundation. Now the Plotkins and all of these guys. Now let's see what this is all about, because now they got their guys in place. Before, everybody was just sitting there waiting to get fired. It was like the inevitable. But back to what I want to say about Anthony Edwards, man. Um, people have really been caught up with his stardom. You know, obviously, a lot of people feel, for whatever reason, I don't know who's been lied to, that he's got the hottest shoe and he doesn't. Lamelo Ball's shoe is way hotter than his. I don't see any kids, you understand, wearing the Anthony Edwards shoes by Adidas. You can't even compare his shoe to Lamelo's Ball's shoe. It's uncomparable. These guys are trying to push it, and what these sneaker companies do is they basically make less product. So when you go to the store, you don't have it. So then it gives you the false illusion that this thing is sold out. Like, I feel like it's a damn PlayStation or something like that, where you can't find it. It's not like that. It's a big game in place. And Edwards, it seems like a guy who the NBA is looking to give it all to. He ran into a tidal wave with Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic, but give him major props. Also, it is evident Lamelo Ball don't have the team that these guys have. We just talking about Edwards. Like I said, we can go to Tyrese as well. These guys just traded for Pascal Siakam. They got Miles Turner over there. They got young players that actually play well. They drafted well. So the Hornets have issues all over the board, with the foundation, the draft, just everything. So they drafted these guys. We don't know what Nick Smith Jr. is going to be. Is he going to be the next James Booknight? You got JT. You got a lot of players here on the Charlotte Hornets just waiting to get released or traded. There is no future with these guys. The only player I see really getting developed is Amari Bailey. They are doing a fabulous job with Amari Bailey. I'm telling you, it's crazy. But back to Anthony Edwards, man, he is the truth and a half. I don't want to. They always going to be compared to each other. So we could sit up here and say, "Oh, we don't want to do this. We don't want." They're always going to be, compared. But this season he averaged 25 points per game. He shot 46% from the field. Also he shot 35% from three, which I believe was becoming a better 3-point shooter. 5 rebounds, 5 assists. So all of these things, bode well for a guy like him. But when you discussing a guy like Lamelo, man, like I said, I just think it's just on another level. I know, Lamelo, he averaged 23 points, 43% from the field, 35% from three, 5 rebounds, 8 assists. He even was getting them 2 steals a game. So we got to point that out. So defensively, Lamelo he's got potential and great prowess. So give credit to Seth. I can't wait till Lamelo Ball is kicking out passes to Seth Curry, in the corner, the top of the key, all that. So w- look out for Charlotte. I'm telling you, they just need the foundation, the culture, and the personnel and health. It's Flight Sports TV. Make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe.